Good morning, Alabama football fans. What's going on? It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Can I get a roll tide inside the comment box? Today is Feel Good Monday. Coming with the heat this morning. I hope you guys are ready for a fantastic show. I appreciate you guys being here as our continuation of the summer rain continues. Alabama just had another wicked weekend of recruits. That levee is about to break at some point in time. The commitments are coming. The buildup started last week and is getting closer. That later part of June and going into the 4th of July, man, it's going to be hot. It's going to be raining. The summer rain will come down, and Alabama will continue to climb in the recruiting rankings. And this isn't a gas up. Like, this is coming. So just wait. Just wait and see. The buildup was epic, and Alabama, again, has a fantastic weekend of recruiting. Here to talk about that today, right here on Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys so much for being here on the show today. It is June 16th, all right? We're going to start out with a little comedy routine because Auburn isn't it, all right? Auburn isn't it. A couple graphics that just absolutely made me laugh once again. All right, we'll do our morning roll call as always. We'll start out recruiting with the 5-star Brandon Arrington, who loves Alabama. And in the post show, I'll put the timestamps so you can basically jump during the show. I know everybody sometimes comes in on the rewatch and you want to just get to what you want to get to. But this is an hour-long show, so we're going to have fun. We're going to break bread together. We're going to kick it, and we're going to enjoy this beautiful life, all right? So that'll kind of start our recruiting segment. Then we'll navigate to a new 2026 quarterback that was offered, right? And another in-state quarterback that was re-offered from 2027. I'm sure you know him, right? And a couple of recruits elsewhere. So all that and more today on Bama Football on YouTube. Please drop a thumbs up inside the comment box. This is so funny. So Auburn posted a photo and it said, why not Auburn? And you're like, let me list the ways for college football. All right. You know, it's amazing to me when I think about the Auburn Tigers after, look, because they thought that they could do better than Gus Malzahn. This is one of the funniest things. OK, they thought that they could do better than Gus Malzahn, and they haven't. Man, the trajectory, honestly, look, do you agree with me? Thumbs up on this. Do you agree with me that the trajectory of the Auburn football program has started to go down after Gus Malzahn? It's wild, but he had them that. Remember, Kevin Steele was their defensive coordinator. So why not Auburn? You could list all of the ways, and I think that we're going to have some sort of resurgence, you know, under Freeze. And look, we'll see. I mean, I guess recruiting has kind of been okay. But, man, like, the trajectory. So, like, you know, why not Auburn? List the ways inside the comment box. And if you need a little bit more time, or you could just, if you're quick on your feet, post right now, why not Auburn? And then on top of that, remember we went over the graphics recently that kind of look like Toy Story-ish? Well, then I saw this. This was sent to me on Facebook by one of our followers. This is what, you know how when the recruits get into like their hotel and they open up the hotel and they have the big spread on the bedspread, hats, gear. This has been going on for years, but look at this. This is serious. This isn't AI generated. This is terrible. Man, this is like some sort of a cookie over here. This is definitely just not it, right? Oh, man. Kyle, I have a weird question, but can you put your hand over the camera for a Lamar Jackson edit? Like that? All right, so Auburn football isn't it? All right. Today's show is 5 Super Chats. We already got one in here from our good friend Jarvis. All right, so today, 5 Super Chats. Fun fact, there's actually an Alabama store in Jerusalem. Yeah, I've known this. Obviously, I've never been there, but I've known this. I didn't know, that until a couple years ago. So today, and if someone could keep tally All right, we need 5. We got 1, so 1 of 5. All right. Let's do some morning roll call. Let's see where everybody's checking in from. Jarvis, once again, brother, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for always being here inside the comment box. Let's see who is checked in this morning on this fine June 16th. Herman, what's up, man? Good to see you as well. Daniel Adams, always up in here. Alyssa, good morning to you. Kaylin the Boss, always rolling with us. We got Chad Kennedy, of course. Young C. Hopper, what's up, man? Saying, I hope you all are having a great Monday. Absolutely, bringing the positive energy. The artist formerly known as Sean is saying, good morning, Bama Nation. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you being here, of course. Twan coming to us from Naples, Florida. You know, Twan has been a long-time follower of the show. I don't think I give Twan enough, gas ups on the show, but man, I appreciate you, Twan. Thanks for being here, man. Anita Waters, longtime follower as well. Chadley Brandon, man, you're gonna win one of those raffles one time, bro. I hope it, because you've been battling in there every once in a while. Robert Bradley Jr., good to see you, man. Hell of a crew up in here today. Sammy Dubs, Kaylin Childress, Little Block, Nicole Covington, I see you. Miss Careless, I see you. Bama Boy, what's up? He's coming to us from Somerville, Georgia. Jeremy Davis, good morning. Ryan Harris, my boy, what's up? What's up, Randall? Antoine, yes. I already said what's up to Jarvis, but thanks again, man, for the super early on in the show. Ricky Short, man, what's up? Dan Caraway, good to see you, Dan. Bentley Boy's been here a minute too, man. What's up, Bentley Boy? Mr. Moore is coming to us from Tuskegee via Atlanta, Georgia. Brock is saying, why not Auburn 5-7? All right, I think I got, Roll Tide Probs, what's up, brother? Good to see you. And Cherie Humphreys, good morning to you. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, hold it against my head, not my heart. Juan, what's up, man? Patriot Life in with the Superman, 2 of 5. I appreciate you, bro. He's saying Roll Tide and Father's Day. Yeah, you know, I didn't, for all of you fathers out there, or if, if you're a single parent and you're holding it down, like, honestly, this is a salute to you. Seriously. Like, I think in life, and as I've been able, here I go, right? I'm going to start preaching. I'll get to recruiting in just a second. But I think this is important. So let me stop the music real quick, because I feel that as you get older, and let me know if you agree with this point, okay? That is, as you get older as a parent, you start to understand, and I get it. People understand different things at different times, but like your greatest blessing in life is your children, right? And the more that you can foster positive relationships with your children and provide them discipline and be with them, that is probably as good as it gets. So I think, when you have, time with your kids, when you have Father's Day, whatever, Mother's Day, it's important to kind of reflect on that. And time, and if you're a parent, one thing, like time is fleeting, right? So the more time that you get with your kids, spend it, love on them, be a parent, be a present parent, and happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there. And I know, it's also a difficult time for a lot of people too, because, a lot of people have lost their fathers. And it's just important. Yesterday was a beautiful day, by the way. So good morning, Patriot Life. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the super. All right, so we got Patriot Life in with the super, and we got Randall in with the super as well. I'll put you guys in for today's raffle. Patriot Life and Randall. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. That's Randall Lard coming with us with the Cash App super chat. All right. Today's gear right here, I've seen more and more players start to rock with this. And this is kind of like what I have on here today. So this is today's raffle. All right, to get into the raffle, $10, up to 3 opportunities. This is what we're rocking with today. You can get this on Team Fanatics if you want to just directly buy it. It's not quite a hoodie, but it has the American patch on the side, and you can put your hands through. I think this is tight. I've seen a couple people wearing this, and yeah, Patriot Life checked in with the photo. He got his hat. He got his hat from Athlete's Thread, back when he won one of the raffles. Joe Kroom in with the super chat, bro. Thank you, man. And that's also good for the raffle as well. So the super chats, $10 and above, will go into the raffle if you want to get your name in. Same thing with Venmo, Bama_YouTube, and Cash App, Bama YouTube. All right. So if you want to get in the raffle, I'll show this a couple times, but $10 to get into this raffle, up to 3 opportunities. You know how it works, and then we'll spin the pinwheel, probably tomorrow, depending on, the feedback of this. But if you want to get this directly, go to Team Fanatics, and Athletes Thread is where you get, the players' gear. All right. I appreciate you, Joe Crooms. Thank you so much. This next segment, as we move towards recruiting, is powered by our good friend Sonic out in Arkansas. All right. Arkansas supporting Alabama. West Memphis, Arkansas, and Marion, Arkansas, where I-55 and I-40 meet. So if you roll over to Sonic in the Arkansas area, tell him your boy Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube sent you. All right. All right. Here's some commitment dates just to keep track of. I think I've added one more to the list. But here we go. Sincere Johnson, a commitment date coming up. He's a linebacker, right? June 19th, Alabama would absolutely love him. Xavier Crowell, commitment date of June 26th. See that late part of June into July is going to be absolute fire, right? Xavier Griffin, Brian Williams, Sedarian Morgan, Bowie Feaster, Jeriah Edwards, Brandon Arrington, who was just here, we're going to talk about next, Matt Ponatowski, and I'm still looking on commitment dates like Jet Washington, Nolan Wilson, I should say, and then Tank Jones. So we'll keep you posted as more information comes in. But I wanted to start our recruiting segment talking about Brandon Arrington. And he's the 5-star corner that was recently here this weekend, another high impact weekend. And if you need tons of recruiting copious information, then roll over to your recruiting sites. They have great articles with some of these players, either their parents or the athletes themselves. But Brandon Arrington, man, this would be, remember when we were building up our dream class on the defensive side? Well, Brandon Arrington fits that particular mold exactly well for Alabama. Can you imagine? I'll show this in a little bit, but think about landing Brandon Arrington and Jordan Edmonds, another 5-star in this class. Maybe throw on Jeriah Edwards as well. That would be 3 5-stars in this recruiting class in the secondary. So 6'2", 180 pounds, out of California. He's a 5-star. This guy is the #1 player in the state of California. #1 player. Look, and we've been saying for a long time that Alabama, one of their major pipelines in California, they've been working Georgia, and of course they've been doing a much better job here in the home state. But just like Antoine says, in the secondary, and you know what? Look, Coach Saban got elite secondary players here. And this isn't a knock at Coach Saban. You can't knock Saban for anything, really. But with this particular defensive recruiting staff, they like length. They want taller, rangier corners, and I am not mad at that at all. I love it, right? So, and look, Coach Lindquist is a hell of a selling point as well to come over here. So Arrington in. Let me ask you inside the comment box. For those of you, like I know Chad, I don't know if Todd has checked in yet inside the comment box. Do you have any sense of where Brandon Arrington ends up? Do you think that Alabama will be the ultimate destination for the 5-star? Another 5-star. Man, because I think when all said and done, I think I have Alabama with, remember when we did our dream class last week? Could be like 5 or 6 5-stars in this class. So Brandon Arrington was here, all right? And I love this photo coming up. There's the whole Cali squad. Look, they even got the youngin up in here with the snowboard goggles. I love these goggles, by the way. Freddie Roach was wearing these a week ago. Here's Mo Lindquist right here. Dejon Lee up in the back. This is your whole Cali crew, right? So I'm getting some feedback in terms of where Brandon Arrington could land up. Some people think Texas A&M, Oregon. Man, because let's just say, because I saw Jet Washington, and I'll talk about Washington briefly on the back of the show. But if Washington was to commit to Oregon, and then they're able to land Brandon Arrington as well, they would be getting 2 5-stars in the secondary. And I think ultimately Jariah Edwards will commit, so that would mean Alabama will have 2 in the secondary as well. You can't get them all. I get it. And I don't know what they're doing from an NIL standpoint or, money standpoint, if that's kind of the driving factor. But I know that Alabama would absolutely love to have Arrington, and I think this is a selling point right here, is the fact that you do have this connection with California. You've been able to bring these guys in and slowly start to develop them, right? I mean, look at Xavier Brown last year, started every single game, and here's some new cats right here that are from California, like Abdul Sanders right here. This guy had a fantastic spring, as did Dejon Lee, right? So Courtney Morgan, Kalen DeBoer working the California pipeline. We'll see if they can get Brandon Arrington in here. Chuck McDonald, another guy who just got here. He's from California as well. I think he's going to be a hell of a player, by the way. And look, this is another selling point. Look, Brandon Arrington, come over here and be with the Cali Cats in the corners. Look at the Cali corners. Damani Jackson, he's from Cali. I really haven't seen too much of Damani Jackson. Have we seen? I'm serious. Like on all these recruiting things, where's Damani been? I haven't seen him working out. I'm serious. Have you guys? It seems like I see every other guy like working out in photos and stuff, but I haven't. When's the last time that we saw Ebony? What's up? Good to see you. When's the last time? I'm serious. Where's Damani at? Damani's from Cali. Cam's from Cali. Dejon Lee's from Cali. Chuck McDonald's from Cali. Noah Carter, almost from Cali. Being from Arizona. Throw in New Mexico, too. I'm from Cali. No, but I did live in Cali, and I love Cali. Yeah, and Max is right. He's like glad kind of Damani's off the radar. It's still, sometimes I think we forget collectively, like, just who's coming back from the corner standpoint in the secondary, right? Because we're getting so excited with the recruits, and we've been hyping up the freshmen, but the guys literally, like, coming back as starters. Man. There's a lot of storylines in the secondary. I'm still excited to see Cam Calhoun play. So if you're a selling point to Brandon Arrington, I'm saying, look, I don't think this has an issue of like location for Arrington. I think it's going to be where can you play at? I mean, right here. Yeah, BJ, Vegas, Cali too, right? But Arrington, you show him this, you're like, look, this is what we got right now. This is what we're cooking with. A lot of these guys are younger, but you can be a part of something really big in terms of the secondary. Plus, on top of that, I think one of the biggest selling points, too, to Arrington is the fact that Mo Lindquist is going to get you developed for the ultimate level, which is the NFL. Like, I think what's happening right now with Mo Lindquist in the secondary is he was quickly able to not only help Alabama land some of these top-end recruits, but he's also going to help develop them at a very quick rate to get them ready to the NFL, which will mean that Alabama will continue to still send guys out to the NFL at a very high, rapid rate. Right? Eric D inside the comment box says, Kyle, if we get Arrington, that would give us 3 5-star players in the secondary. I know, right? Because I think, Jariah Edwards is a Bama lean. You got Jordan Edmonds and then throw in Arrington. That would be 3 5-stars. Hey, we'd have to do some research real quick. But has there ever been a time where Alabama had 3 5-star commitments in the secondary? Maybe someone could go. That would take a lot of research. But someone, I think inside the comment box, Joe Stevenson. What's up, Joe? Good to see you, bro. Who's the best corner? Yeah, you got Damani. Damani's coming back. He is the guy. He played like the Damani Jackson we thought he could be last year. I don't think USC properly put him in the right position, and he just didn't have his best year. I think he had a really solid year last year, probably quietly underrated, to be honest. Damani Jackson's a damn good player. And then, everyone is rightfully excited about Dejoun Lee. Rightfully excited, 100%. I am too. But let's not forget that this young man right here started in every single game for Alabama last year and came up with some damn big plays. So Xavier Brown, huge fan of you, bro. The entire secondary room, and this is just the corners and the Husky position players. We're not looking at the safeties. I mean, the entire secondary is loaded. Loaded. Good question, though. So an interview with On3, and you can go read all these interviews. There's some great stuff out there. But Arrington said this: Alabama is one of my top schools because I can get developed there, just as I was saying, and can have a big role in defense early. Arrington told On3. So we'd love to see him commit. I think that having 3 5-star players in the secondary is clearly what anybody would want. Some of you feel that he might go elsewhere. So inside the comment box, let me know where you think that Brandon Arrington lands up. All right. And this is what we're talking about right here. I mean, just let's manifest this for a second. All right. Is Jordan Edmonds committed? Yes. 6'2", 175 pounds, out of GA. Jariah Edwards over here, a 5-star safety, has been predicted to Alabama. You get Brandon Arrington in here as well. 3 5-stars. You can't get them all, but we might as well manifest it. Brock is saying Texas A&M. Max Tooney's saying Oregon on Arrington. So Sammy Dubs points out that Alabama had Tony Brown and Marlon Humphrey in 2014. But I don't know if there's been 3 5-stars in the secondary, right? Kimberly, what's up? Good morning to you. And Brock points out that Arrington is predicted to Texas A&M. So we'll see what happens. We'll track it. It's never over till it's over. But they had one hell of a prospect in town this past weekend. All right. One more time, today's raffle is this Bama, I guess we'll call it just a low-key sweatshirt with the American patch on it, kind of like something like that I'm wearing. I got this at Dick's Sporting Goods. But you can get this at Team Fanatics, or you can jump in the raffle, Bama_YouTube on Venmo. Just send $10. I'll let you know that you're in there. Super Chats work as well. Or Cash App Bama YouTube. Up to 3 opportunities, $10. We'll spin the wheel. Yeah, I get so much feedback on this shirt. So this particular shirt I got at, and I haven't been able to see this one, but I got this at Dick's Sporting Goods, as I've explained, on the sales rack. And I think it was like $25 or something like that at Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's is, they have Dick's Sporting Goods here in Tuscaloosa has a wide variety of Alabama gear. And one of the things, it's a well-made shirt too. It's got the American patch. Same thing with this sweatshirt right here, as you can see on the right. And I've seen a lot of players and some coaches wearing stuff like that. Ryan Grubb's always rocking something with an American sleeve on it or a logo. So the raffle will be open today, and if you watch it on the rewatch or we have a night show, it'll be open. We'll spin the pinwheel probably tomorrow afternoon. All right. As I mentioned, where are we at on Super Chats? Today's goal is 5. Do we have? I think we're at 3 of 5. We get 2 more Super Chats today. Hey Dennis, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. I think we have 2 more to get. I think for our Monday show. Dude, no, Dan Carraway, you're not lying. The Walmart in Tuscaloosa, out towards the airport, they have so much Alabama gear. Hey, Southern Red, we got you in with the Cash App. Let's see what Mike has to say inside the comment box. What's up, Mike? Welcome to the show, bro. Love the avatar. Took my son to Bama camp Saturday. Several dogs were there. Yeah, I mean, and as we'll talk about here in just a second, you know, they've been having some 7-on-7s and summer camps, as they always do. And, you know, some guys have been pulling out offers from those camps. But let's first talk about the new 2026 quarterback offer that went out. I'm sure you guys saw this over the weekend. But you have Bryson Beaver. Love the name. If this dude commits to Bama, all right, he better be sponsored by Buc-ee's. I'm not kidding. Like, he better be 100% sponsored by Buc-ee's. All right, so let's go in real quick. 6'3", 195 pounds. He was committed at one point in time to Boise State. He is no longer committed to Boise State. He's out of California, right? Another pipeline for Coach Kellen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb, Nick Sheridan. And this guy is kind of, from what I understand, he's like blowing up right now. Out of Vista Marietta in California. And what we know right now is he visited Alabama, not on an official visit this past weekend. 6'3", 195 pounds. He's an Elite 11 finalist. He's a Cali quarterback, threw for over 3,000 yards, and he's absolutely just blowing up right now. He's adding offers from everywhere. So new quarterback to know. And look, why do you think that? Sometimes I'm like, okay, if they offered this guy, does that mean they're not going to get another quarterback? Maybe so, or maybe they just found another quarterback that is kind of fits their system and they want to add another quarterback to the mix. Well, this is interesting. Young C inside the comment box. I'm an uncle. My nephew, Nolan Cal, Nunu. He's 9 months and he just started walking. I love the update. That's early for a kid to start walking. I mean, has anyone's kid started walking before 9 months? 7 months? 6 months? Mike is saying, who was at the camp, he said there was 20 to 30 quarterbacks, but nobody really stood out to him. He was literally out there. He just said his son was there. Good intel, brother. So, look, in terms of 2026 quarterbacks, those are guys in this year's class. Here's what we have along with now the addition of Beaver, right? You got Jet Thamala, Matt Ponitowski, Taden Kawa. Those are 3 quarterbacks that Alabama has offered along with the new quarterback offer. All these guys, you know, I mean, I guess Kawa is a 3-star. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, for right now at this point in time, Bryson Beaver is all well. It says on 3 4-star right here, but I think his industry ranking is a 3-star. I don't really worry about the rankings too much. But now Alabama has extended another offer to, say, 4 quarterbacks that they have offered from 2026. So does this mean that, like, Jet Thamala is super locked in with Iowa State? I don't know. I think it's more like, yo, this guy is now on our radar. He fits our system. Let's offer him. And I think another thing, too, and the quarterback, some people aren't going to like what I have to say, but this is the truth. Now, I have to tell you the truth. I think a lot of people, a lot of quarterbacks that are looking at Alabama have to understand that they're going to have to wait when they come here to play if they're in the class of 2026 because of the quarterbacks that are on board at Alabama right now. Keelan Russell and Austin Mack, those guys are not going anywhere anytime soon. So you have to be able to come here, be developed, wait your turn, and you'll get a shot. But it's not going to be instantly. I don't think you can sell. I think it would be unrealistic to sell a quarterback at Alabama early playing time. I think you could sell playing time, but you're not going to sell early playing time to a quarterback, and that's fine. But that's the truth. As you guys are talking about inside the comment box, Alabama also has a new 2027 quarterback offer. Man, this young man has been playing for Trent Seaborn. He's been playing forever. He was This is the most amazing thing. Seaborn was a quarterback in Thompson as an 8th grader and led them to a state champion. You guys know of Seaborn, right? Thumbs up. This is a 2027 prospect. So he's going into his junior year. An in-state guy with so much experience already. So out of 2027, he's the number 10 rated prospect in Alabama. I'm sure he'll be the number 1 when all's said and done. Max Tooney says he's the real deal. Absolutely. This guy is like, look, Alabama fans, thumbs up if you know about Trent Seaborn. This dude's a monster. Yeah, this is facts right here. Trent had his first 7A championship game in 8th grade. This dude is a baller. You know, it's amazing too. So Coach Saban offered him, right? And the staff offered him. And then I don't think Kalen DeBoer or anybody didn't honor the offer, but the coaches recently had him at the camp, right? I think it was a 7-on-7 camp here in Tuscaloosa. And they re-offered him. So it was never there was never bad blood. It's just new coaches extend new offers. So Trent Seaborn was re-offered by the staff, which makes perfect sense, right? Being a starter since 8th grade. DeBoer, Grubb, right? Sheridan loved this kid. Seaborn said on his social that he was re-offered. He was excited. He's going to be offered by everybody. And this is the craziest thing. He still has 2 years of high school football to play. 2 years, okay? And he's thrown for 6,500 yards and 68 touchdowns. Oh, yeah. You know what? I forgot about this, man. Yeah. Did we ever find out if this was true or not? I remember reading about this. I have to double check this. But I remember seeing this now, that he turned down $1 million to leave Thompson. Was it AL.com that put this out? It was somebody notable. It wasn't like some, random Facebook page. I think I saw this. So, I think it's too early to talk about 2027 guys. But in this particular case, this young man certainly has earned it. He's a baller. He's an in-state guy. Daniel Adams says that he talked to his dad about it. So, okay, that's good enough for me. Mike in with the prospect watch. He says, Jaden Hill, 6 foot, 220 pound, built like Trent Richardson, but a little bit taller. Good intel on that. Mike, you're going to be a wonderful addition to the show, bro. Southern Red points out inside the comment box, we need to bring in another quarterback so we stop referring to Keelan as the greatest quarterback. But, look, the quarterback is always going to wear kind of that crown as the guy. But it would be a hell of, who fits the bill to be a quarterback addition over here is Trent Seaborn, because he's in that kind of, there's a couple buffer years between him and Keelan Russell, right? So as Keelan Russell goes in his career, then you bring on Trent Seaborn. And I don't know, what the ceiling is for this young man. But my goodness, at the high school level, he's already been doing his thing. All right. So recruits elsewhere. This is always interesting to look at, right? Because all these guys are taking their visits. They're going elsewhere. They're seeing what else is out there. So Xavier Griffin, who is a high-level target, basically another 5-star addition to this defense. He hasn't committed right now, but he's been predicted to Alabama. Everybody loves the inside linebacker, what he would bring, right? He was just in Austin visiting with Steve Sarkisian. And in an article, he said that he doesn't have a leader. These guys have to say stuff, but it seems like the writing on the wall that he's eventually going to be committed to Alabama, right? Texas fans worried. I cruised over to the message board. It's been well announced that Alabama is the leader by recruiting experts, and his commitment date is June 29th. But it was kind of funny to see Texas fans a little rattled that there's not interest or high interest from Xavier Griffin into the Longhorns. So we'll keep you tracked, keep you posted on things as they continue, because he has one more visit, which will ironically be to Florida State this next weekend before he pulls the commitment trigger on June 29th. You also have Cedarian Morgan. This guy, oh my goodness. It's hard to say like must get, but damn, man, this guy would look perfect in an Alabama uniform, especially the fact that you get Isaiah Horton, who's about to exit right after this season. Can you imagine 2026 wide receivers? Crazy. Cedarian Morgan, Lazier Brooks, Derek Meadows, Jalen Hell, Rico Scott, Bubba Hampton, Cedarian Morgan, Boobie Feaster. No, I don't know if you can get all those guys or whatever, but Cedarian Morgan was just at Auburn, he's an elite in-state prospect, right? 6'4". He's like the absolute guy. In an article recently said, when he was asked about Auburn, he said, I mean, they're not at the bottom. They're not at the bottom, which is absolutely hilarious. It's the things that happen around Auburn are just hilarious to me. They're not at the bottom. So I don't think that Auburn gets Cedarian Morgan. This would be a hell of a... Let me ask you, if it's not Bama, where could you see Cedarian Morgan going? He still has to come to Alabama on June 20th. Southern Red. Cedarian Morgan is 6'4", like 200 pounds. Absolute menace, monster. Max Tooney saying Clemson. I hadn't seen that. You know what, Cody? I'm about to show you a graphic from. I'll just recap kind of the dream graphic, and it's gonna be. Look, if things fall into place, I think I at least have them like worst case scenario, like top 5 class. That would be like worst case, but I think they really have a shot to be the #1 recruiting class. See, a lot of people feel he's Bama, like Joe Crooms. All right. So one last one before we look at the dream class real quick. You got Jet Washington, right? An elite safety, Kobe's nephew. He was here a couple weeks ago out of Bishop Gorman. Same high school as Derek Meadows, who's your wide receiver, right? Freshman wide receiver. Elite safety. Fantastic talent. This guy is it. I just saw, as did everybody else, that he is predicted to Oregon, right? So I don't have a commitment date on him. And you weren't going to get Jet Washington and Jariah Edwards in the same class. Like, that just wasn't going to happen. Jariah Edwards is a 5-star that has been predicted to Alabama at the same position. So you're either going to get one or the other. And I think when Jariah makes a decision, it will be Bama. But, good for Oregon, because this guy's it, man. He's very talented, but other programs are going to get theirs, and that's just the way it goes. One more time, the raffle still open. Bama _YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. Got Patriot Life, Rendell Lard, Joe Kroom, Southern Red up in here. All right, $10 to enter. Bama _YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. If you rewatch it, it's still open. We'll close it out on Tuesday. Hey, West Coastin', bro, I appreciate you. Let's see what West Coastin' has to say. Hey, Kyle, great show. Morgan, we'll go to hell if he doesn't go to Bama. Just kidding. Internally inside the program, Bama will have a string of commitments that will have us all giddy. Yeah, I think we're ready for that, wall to come down for Bama guys just to start committing. Got a little taste with Utu recently. Who do you guys think the next commitment will be? All right, let's look at our dream board real quick just to kind of manifest some of this. And I know recently that Alabama just added another quarterback, right? But here's kind of the vision board for the offensive side. I only have them, with the vision board of just 20 guys. Of course, there's going to be more than that in the class. But just to kind of give you a reference point, let's just say you get Kawa as your quarterback. Xavier Crowell as your running back. Sedarian Morgan, Bowie Feaster, Brian Williams. Max Sutter maybe for your tight end. I don't know. Chris Booker, Sam Utu, Malachi Lee, Bryson Cooley. I don't know which tight end they'll get. This is solid on offense. I'm serious. I like the offensive line right here a lot, and their running back. And then on the defensive side, this would be crazy. Jamarian Matthews, who's already committed. Kamarian Johnson, who's already committed. Noah Wilson. I don't know about Wilson. Tank Jones, out of Alabama, 5-star. Xavier Griffin, 5-star. Sincere Johnson, who commits now on the 19th. Oh, so he could commit because he's on the 19th. Sincere Johnson. Caden Hall, 4-star linebacker. Jordan Edmonds, 5-star corner. Brandon Arrington, 5-star corner. And Jariah Edwards, 5-star safety. That would be, I would imagine that would be a number 1 class. We'll have to see. But yeah, fam, that's our show today. I appreciate you guys rocking with me always as news happens. Monday during my show. I will be out of town Thursday, kind of through the weekend. I'll still have, shows and news as it happens, but I'll just be remote. Jack, what's up? Good to see you at the back end of the show. And tonight I'll be doing another show. I should have a morning and night show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday, we might kind of alternate. So just keep your heads on a swivel. And, of course, news as it happens. So just kind of a FYI on the schedule for this upcoming week. But Monday through Wednesday, business as usual. And then on the weekend, we'll adjust the schedule, but we'll still have shows and stuff like that. I'll just probably be remote. All right. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you for jumping in the raffle. We'll close out the pinwheel tomorrow afternoon. If you're on the rewatch, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Probably evening show. I'm thinking about dropping it 8 p.m. Probably 8 p.m. All right. From beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, my name is Kyle Henderson. Thank you very much for watching. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful day. And I will keep you posted on news as it happens. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama on this beautiful Monday, June 16th. Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Stay blessed, fam. See ya.